This is your Wednesday night sports delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth.
I am B Baker. What's up, folks?
Because when it's about sports
It becomes our business.
and business just picked up,
Yeah, yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, brother.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Yes, y'all. And you don't stop. 2020 is
Man.
here. We made it. First show of the new decade
Yes,
goes
yes.
down. Once again, Happy New Year to everyone. Hope y'all had a great New Year's Eve going to the new year. And I hope y'all, don't talk about it, just be about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
let
that's
them,
what we
let them
on this
actions
year.
speak.
That's what we on now.
Let them actions speak, y'all. And yes, Stan is not here. He has a gig this evening at Herb Arts. For those who are in the loop, y'all know about Herb Arts. So y'all can check this show out and then go down there and support him as well.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it is your boy once again, Smooth and B Baker, and we are back. Your Wednesday night sports delight. Make sure y'all continue, to show us love on social media, all them social media sites, man. And as you see, we did a little bit of rebranding already.
Man, if y'all ain't peeped the new logo, hey, check it out, man. Y'all should have saw it if y'all on it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah,
So shouts out to Tono for a incredible job.
Tono Wilson, baby.
Yeah, man, dude is mad talented.
Yeah.
And we got some more stuff coming, so it's gonna be dope, man. But how is things going your way, bro?
Everything blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we made it another year, healthy, safe. You know, shouts out to God, for keeping everybody keeping everybody safe, getting everybody here. Happy New Year, T-Bone. I see you, bro. But yeah, just everything good, man. I ain't got no complaints, man.
There we
How about
go.
you, man?
Hey, man, no complaints. So once again, as B just said, T-Bone, Happy New Year. I know that you are feeling very, very great right now because of a certain team in San
Yeah.
Fran went to
Hey,
Seattle.
y'all gonna have to see us though, partner.
Oh,
That's why I got my hoodie on, baby. Oh boy, y'all gonna have to see us, dog.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
I got a feeling we have a phone call from T-Bone.
Call in. Call in. I'll be here.
You already know.
You already know.
You already know. So yeah, everyone, thank y'all for just continuing to follow us. This show is getting bigger and better. Like I said on the pre-show on Facebook, check out our old shows from our first one to now, man, to see the progress, how much greatness is coming up, man. And you're gonna start seeing a lot more promo stuff all around town. Shoot, maybe one day we get lucky and get a billboard. You know
Man,
what
that's
I'm saying?
crazy. Going down 40, leaving work or something.
Man,
See the 3-head monster. Up
telling you. Hey, like I said on our page, man, the dopest sports logo in the game.
Gotta be.
In the game. So once again, shouts out to Tono. Sports wise, man, incredible weekend we had from boxing. Gervonta Davis doing his thing. He first time that he had to go past 9 rounds in his career, and it waited till the 12th round, the final round, and knocked out Gamboa. And it was a pretty weird fight.
It was very weird.
Especially with the whole shoe issue that
He
he
did a
had.
Zion Williamson. He did Zion Williamson, man. The boy came out. They say he tore his ACL, though. I'm trying to wait to see if that's what really happened.
Wow.
Because it did look like it, man. Because you don't just get a flat tire boxing.
Right.
And it was after the first knockdown. So,
But I commend him because even though he had the issue, he still fought on.
12 rounds, bro. He
Yeah.
went the full distance almost. Just about. He almost made it, man. He got knocked out with TKO, but he a warrior, man. And he's 38 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to be in a sport like that at that age, you got to respect anybody that could box.
Yeah.
12 rounds. If anybody ain't never when I used to box, this is what it feel like. And somebody told me, I'm like, it kind of do. If you jump rope for 6 minutes straight with no break, that's what 1 round of boxing feel like. Minus the getting hit and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the cardio you got to do because you got to keep moving and all that little stuff like that. So boxing is a very hard sport, man. So I support that brother for that, man.
What are your thoughts on the current state of boxing? Do you think it's in a better place than it has been in a while?
It's coming back. It's more global now, so a lot of people don't really know. It's not really a big name sport no more. So it's kind of boxing, it's commercialized more now because you got ESPN picking up on it now. You got CBS picking up on it now, and everything like that. So it's different, but it's I think it's better. You know, it's harder to keep up with because it ain't the same fighters all the time. You know, you got to really search and find people. You know what I'm saying? But I like what boxing is right now, honestly.
Yeah, but most definitely. I feel like it is in a better place as well. I think for a minute it got stale when you had like the Klitschko brothers, dominating
And it
because
was only them.
right,
Yeah.
they
Well, heavyweight always been down. Yeah, yeah.
yeah they have it wasn't a whole lot of real competition, but now you're seeing the super middleweight, even the heavyweight division with Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and now we know that there's going to be part two,
Yeah.
the
It's
rematch
going down, baby.
between Wilder and Fury.
Yeah.
That should be incredible,
Man.
and
Because,
it's going down here too in the getaway, man.
oh, yeah, we got to get. Hey,
Oh,
look, first of all, the fact that you didn't know who was going to win that fight, because Fury had the fight won. And then, like, Deontay knocked him out. And then he just pops up out of nowhere like, nah, bro. Right, the Undertaker. He straight came up and was like, nah, bro. Like, I'm not going out like that. So this rematch gonna be crazy, man, because you got one fighter, which is Tyson Fury, which is more skilled boxing-wise, more tactical. To me, a better boxer. But Deontay is a hitter, man. All you gotta
Right.
do is land one, and you see how he gonna sleep you, man. So
Yeah.
you got a contrast of styles. You know, very popular heavyweights, which we haven't had in a long time, man. So I love it, man. I love it.
There it is. Do you think Floyd should just go ahead and hang it up, or keep on pushing? It look like he's thinking about fighting again.
But who he gonna fight though?
Last thing I heard was what's the guy name that fought 2 weeks ago? Golly,
2 weeks ago.
I forgot his name, y'all. Y'all saw him fight. They was like, I think he's undefeated also. They call him like right now the best pound for pound fighter.
In lightweight?
Yeah.
Or welterweight, I mean?
Yeah, welterweight. I forgot his name. Tip of the tongue. It'll come back to me. I apologize. I know that's not good.
Yeah.
Sports talk.
We'll check it out,
But
man.
yeah,
But
I'll get his name. Y'all may know it.
I mean, if it's in his heart to fight, I mean, I mean, he his own man. Shout out to Floyd for almost touching a Billy. First of all, he had like 980 right now, 980 million.
Yeah, and he actually was the promoter for the
Exactly. So he gonna get
the
there
fight.
fast. Yeah. So, like I said before, you gotta respect that brother, man, for leaving Golden Boy, starting his own brand, and now he about to be a billionaire boxer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if it's. I don't know Oscar De La Hoya's worth with Golden Boy, but I don't think it's $1 billion. So shout out to Money Mayweather, man.
You know what? I believe I saved a screenshot of. Yep, here we go. So, the Forbes for the decade. The Forbes highest paid athletes of the decade. Number 10, Lewis Hamilton. He's a Indy driver, 400 mil. Number 9, Kevin Durant, 425 mil. Pacquiao at 435 mil. Number 7, Phil Mickelson, 480 mil.
What, Phil?
Number 6,
Dang.
Tiger Woods at 615 mil.
Okay.
Number 5 was Roger Federer at 640
Damn.
mil. Number 4, LeBron James
Right.
at 680 mil. Number 3, Lionel Messi, soccer player,
Yeah,
y'all.
I always thought he was a little higher, but yeah.
750 mil.
Yep.
Once again, this is for the decade. Number 2, Cristiano Ronaldo at 800 mil. And
number one,
number
baby.
1, Floyd Mayweather at 915 million
Crazy, dog.
dollars. And in a decade, he almost made a bill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By himself.
And this could possibly just be off of just strictly, the purse from that match, not talking
Right.
about other stuff.
Well, nah, because, see, if you pay attention to Floyd last 2 or 3 fights, I believe it was, dude blocked out anybody from going live on Facebook. Like, it was a thing on there where if you went live for more than 30 seconds, it shut down. It said that he was the reason why. Like, whoever he paid to do that, they was a genius for that.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you actually gotta pay for this
Yeah,
fight.
you want to see me, you better
You
come
gotta spend
watch.
that bread. Yeah. So that's crazy that you got Phil Mickelson and what was it, Roger Federer was on there? I haven't seen him do any endorsements. So I'm like, so strictly off just golf and tennis, they getting paid that much.
Right.
That's crazy.
And once again, the Wilder and Fury Part 2 is February the 22nd at the MGM Grand
Thanks for not putting on Valentine's Day, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Right. y'all the real MVPs.
The real MVPs. Man, thank you.
Yeah, so got that going on, man. As we continue on, once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, y'all.
Make sure y'all share this stream with the peoples as we continue to have some fun on this show.
Yeah, call in and comment too, man. We want to hear from y'all.
There we go. And officially, the roundtable has begun.
Yeah.
So, as you said on the Facebook pre-show, our condolences to the family of David Stern.
Yes.
Former commissioner of the NBA, game changer.
Yeah, man. Dude, I mean, the NBA is where it's at now because of David Stern and his vision, man. His belief in his players, his belief in his brand, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that, you know, he made a global game. You got to look at cats like Tony Kukoc, who's like the first big name that we got over here. Then he brought in like Sabonis. I can't remember my boy name on the Nets that died in the car accident.
Drazen Petrovic.
That was my dude right there, man. The two guard. If y'all don't know what it is, Google him, man. That dude was gonna be he was gonna be the second best two guard besides Michael Jordan.
Man, he was one of the greatest shooters.
Cold, man. He was cold, man. So with guys like him, Arvydas Sabonis, even though it's at tail end of his career, you know, Mike D'Antoni, they brought him over here to coach because he was a little too old to be a player. You know, just the fact that he brought all these guys that you see now and made it like Luka up to now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Them the guys wouldn't have had a chance to play in the league. One for David Stern saying, hey, man, you know what? We're going to globalize the NBA. And then, like you said earlier about the Dream Team,
right?
When he made them guys accessible to the world, you know, when they sent them over to Barcelona. And if y'all haven't looked at the documentary, the craziest part about it was before every game, the teams wanted to come take a group picture with them, man. That's crazy. That's when you know you on some rock star type stuff. And it's all because of David Stern's vision. So shout out to him and his family, man. You know, I hope you're in a better place now. The league definitely going to miss you. Adam Silver doing a good job, obviously, but it wouldn't have been the way it is without David Stern.
And then, as I also stated on the pre-show on Facebook, well, I think you brought this up, was the whole Magic and Larry Bird thing.
Yes, sir. That's
what
revolutionized it.
And I was saying before their stardom, the league wasn't in a good shape, especially once they start bringing in pretty much the brothers from the ABA, Dr. J and them.
Right.
And all of a sudden you saw cocaine here, cocaine there. It was just you thought it was crazy with weed. Now,
man, nothing compared to that. It's only crazy now because we got social media, so a lot of information getting told around.
But yeah, so it was pretty much like a black eye in the league for all the stuff you heard with cocaine possession and stuff like that. But then, as you said before, once Magic and Bird came,
I really believe it started with that slam dunk contest with Dr. J and David Thompson and George Gervin and all them in the ABA that really made them say, you know, we need to get these cats in the NBA.
Yeah, because there was some. If you think about it, like you see them old black and white games, they didn't had the 3-pointer,
no threes, no dunking,
and like the skills were just so basic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And the crazy part is they had a no dunking rule, like Kareem was talking about, where these cats was jumping 2 or 3 feet higher than the rim, and you got a finger roll or drop it in, man. They didn't even have breakaway goals at the time.
Right.
That's because of Daryl Dawkins.
Right.
You know.
So you remember that movie, Glory?
Mm-hmm.
You know, how the story of the Texas Westerns, and they played the 5 black guys.
Yep.
You know, and everybody was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
You know,
but they showed out.
So that kind of put me in the mindset of what the NBA, how the NBA was during that time when they brought the cats from the ABA over. But then once again, Magic and Bird, and he just brought out the dunk contest. Just the influx of making the NBA more marketable, make people, eyes more open to what's really going on in the game. And from the Dream Team to him just making sure that we're not just focusing on home. We're trying to get everybody,
man. Whoever the best players are, we're going to make this the league for the best players. And the crazy thing is, man, when they do these 30 for 30s, man, y'all need to look at that.
Check them out.
Like, because for this reason in particular, you know, we all think we going through something now. You know, everybody got social media, so everybody get to post all these little problems they got and everything like that. Man, you got to think about what these cats really went through and what type of guys these dudes had. Like, think about a dude like Dr. J.
Right.
You know, we give LeBron all his praise now about not having no mistakes, not having no mistresses, not getting any trouble, anything like that. And I salute him all day for that. You know what I'm saying? LeBron a stand-up dude. But you got to think about cats like Dr. J, Jackie Robinson, all them dudes like that, where if they would have made one little mistake,
Oh yeah, it's a wrap.
none of us would have the opportunities we have now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these dudes had to be perfect men 24/7 and actually get on the court or the field and perform every single time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole different type of pressure to me, man. And I respect all of them and I shout them out every chance I get because none of these cats now would have the opportunity without them, man. And that's why I say a lot of people owe them tremendous debt because of that. And that's why I say y'all got to go back and look at these documentaries because a lot of us forget about it or don't pay attention to it. I remember me and my girl was watching Malcolm X the other day, and she was just looking at me like, damn, I'm like, yeah. And it's the watered down version of what they went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, so always respect for the game changers, man, who pioneered certain things, man. So shouts out to you. Got some breaking news. Looks like Tua, I ain't gonna try to say his last name.
Just say Tua.
Tua T.
Tua T.
Out of respect. But he announced that he's gonna do his own LeBron James and have a decision on January the on January the 6th.
You ain't that guy, man.
To decide,
and it's on my birthday. Oh, this cat.
To decide if he's going to
Tua.
stay in Alabama or go to the league.
Man.
Now, for those who follow Alabama and or college football as a whole, you know that he hurt his hip. His hip, and I thought it was like his ankle too.
That too.
Yeah,
he had his ankle first, but he tore a muscle in his hip that put him out.
Yeah, so I think it happened like a week after the LSU game. But he is out. They say he may not be able to really get back into the swing of things until about April, in which you're right in that area where you have. I think that the NFL draft already happens by that time or around that time.
He leaving. Because you got to think, with the decision, he going to get some money for that. You know that. NCAA ain't going to let him play if he gets some money.
Well, I mean, no, it changed now.
Oh, did okay, all right.
You know, the whole sponsor. So you can get,
that's right, yeah. So is that rule in effect now?
I believe starting this year.
When though? Like I'm talking about as of right now.
I don't have the specifics.
Okay, so maybe it's the day he do the decision. Maybe January 6th, which is my birthday, my 40th. Matter of fact. So yeah, man, Tua, come on, man. Like that's too Hollywood, bro. Like you don't want to start your NFL career doing that.
Yeah.
Or you definitely don't want to come back to Alabama doing it like that. Because Nick Saban don't want no divas like that. So. I'm not for it, bro.
We shall see.
Nobody gets a pass making a decision. Nobody.
So sticking with college football, man. Thoughts on the college football playoff games that occurred last Saturday?
Clemson, who we said they was. First of all. Second of all, Joe Burrows. We sorry, bro. Like we was just playing last show. Like. You didn't have to come out and just kill everybody like that. You ain't got to throw a touchdown every rip, man. Like, we sorry, bro. We sorry. I just like Jalen Hurts. I ain't know you was going to take it personal. If you like, I know you ain't watch it, but maybe you heard about it or whatever, but this dude was money. Money.
It was like he was playing. It was like he was a man amongst boys.
That's a quarterback that know he ain't finna get touched.
Yeah, that's a quarterback that knows he's gonna be in Cincinnati too. In the next.
You ain't lying. He got Bengals bed sheets and everything right now.
Unless it's a big trade that happens and somebody else gets some, but
nah, he going there. Andy Dalton gonna have to move on down.
Yeah, but incredible game. Ohio State. They suffered from some missed calls by the referees, but that did not affect the outcome of this game, of that game at all.
He lost to a real champion.
He showed why he is a Heisman winner. The game looked easy. Like, you can tell the game looks easy to a guy when no matter what's going on, whether it's the pressure comes or whatever, you just really calm.
He used to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing can really faze him.
Yep.
A couple of comments from T-Bone. He says, going back to the whole golf and tennis, how, Phil Mickelson and Federer making money, look at the sponsors.
Yeah, see, not what I ain't say they don't have spots. I said I haven't seen any. So I'm gonna have to do my homework on that. But you might be right, bro. Like I'm gonna check it out. I just personally, I don't watch a lot of TV, so I'm gonna just say that. But I haven't actually seen. I think who had the Buick Tiger.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what they've done. I don't know any
Right.
sponsors they have. So I'm not saying they don't have none. I'm just saying I haven't seen any.
And then he also says in regards to Tua, he guarantees that he's staying.
Okay, well, we'll see.
Yeah, and T-Bone, what makes you so sure that
Right,
he's
yeah.
staying? Because what I was going to say earlier is because of the injury, I think he wants to prove that he still has it on a college level, that he's still that guy.
And he owes the championship.
You know what I'm saying? Before going to the league. I don't think he wants to leave off by his last game being, I broke my leg or whatever. And now it could be questionable, you know, even if he does the NFL combine or whatever. It may be questionable if his value is still the same.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think, like, I know he got the game-winning touchdown, but honestly, you don't want your legacy to be you won a championship because of one game with Alabama. You know what I'm saying? When you actually took over the quarterback position, we ain't got none with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna see, bro.
T-Bone says Rolex is a main sponsor for golf and tennis.
You, boy, and I'm a watch dude, man. I didn't even know that, bro.
Yeah.
I never saw that, whatever commercial there was. You know what I'm saying? Rolex top notch. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's big money right
Big
there.
money, dog. A lot of people don't even understand.
Big money grip right
If
there.
y'all don't know about the watch game, if y'all follow me on Facebook, Instagram, I got them all, dog. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather left me 2 Rolexes before he passed. You know, God rest his soul. But the thing about a watch is it never loses value. No matter how old, whatever condition it's in, it can be restored. So it's like an investment. So you can buy a $10,000 watch. People are like, that's stupid. Like, nah, because I'm going to at least get $10,000 back, if not more, because of the value with it being older. So you definitely right about that one. But yeah, Rolex, man. I actually have never worn a Rolex. I got 2 of them. I've never worn it. Because the thing is, like, everybody knows what a Rolex is.
Right.
I'm not trying to die over the watch my grandfather left me. Because if they see that little crown and diamond on there, them shooters coming out. Because they know what it is. They know what it is on sight.
Yeah, I'm not really a big watch person for real, or jewelry. Like I really just start getting into, you know, like my bracelets.
Right, yeah,
I'm rocking these, you know, like crazy every day, no matter what. I'm rocking these suckers. So,
Yep.
but that's the closest thing I have in regards to like jewelry and anything like that.
I got mine on right now, bro. I got a gold G-Shock. I guarantee you none of y'all got.
Ooh,
You know what I'm
said I
saying?
guarantee. Wait a minute.
All my stuff is cool. If y'all on my page, y'all already know what it is. What's up?
Hold on.
Here he come.
Hold on, T-Bone.
I see him.
Hold on real quick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to live from Orlando, Florida.
Yes, sir.
T-Bone Funk. What's going on, man?
What up, dog?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Happy New Year to you, brother.
Happy New Year to y'all, man.
Same to you, man.
Down here in Orlando in the nice 76-degree weather, man.
Really?
Our weather ain't that bad right now, so whatever, man.
No, I know.
Yeah.
What's happening with your brother?
Man, you know, I as normal on a Wednesday, I tune in. So, you know.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
I mean, this is can't miss stuff, you know.
Hey, say it one more time for
Right,
those
talk
in the
to
back.
him.
Can't miss. If you're not listening on Wednesday, what you doing with your life?
There you
New
go.
change, new you.
Talk
New
to him.
you.
Send that brother a check.
Man, hey, expect some in your cash app.
Right,
next time.
cash out coming soon, partner.
Man, so what's going on, man? I got a feeling you want to talk about the sponsors for golf and tennis and the Rolex and everything.
Yeah, school me.
Well, yeah, I mean, tennis and golf tend to be those type of sports where they don't just have your regular normal like Ford or Toyota sponsors.
Yeah,
Normally, they get that's who is really sponsoring some of those tennis events, because thinking of people who are playing golf and playing tennis on a regular leisurely basis.
And also
That's true.
where they play, you know, like
Wimbledon,
you know,
man.
exactly when you playing in front of the Queen of England
England,
or
yeah.
whatever. that's some big time stuff.
Man.
Or the prime minister or
right,
whatever.
or the Pope, whoever. Yeah.
So you know, y'all playing in Australia and
right.
you know in France
Right.
and then going to the USA for this. So yeah, I feel you on that one too.
Yeah, we watching it. We common folk. We watch the common folk sports. Baseball, football, basketball.
They playing where ain't no mosquitoes at.
Yeah, you know.
And they can think about it also. Just adding on to the Rolex, like big car makers, you know, that's sponsoring tennis and you know.
That's what I said. Wimbledon got Mercedes Benz on the net.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Being
sponsored by Rolls Royce.
Yeah. You know, like, go ahead, T-Bone. My bad.
No, I'm just saying that was something I caught on to a few years ago. It was like, oh, look at the sponsors for this. Like, you know, what is everybody else doing wrong? So that's why when you see that list that you were talking about, LeBron is going to be further down on the list because, well, one, collective bargaining, even though they got pretty favorable contracts, they're not going to compare to how much money these individuals are making with, you know, golf, tennis, and some of the other sports, like soccer.
Yeah, I ain't even, like I said, I don't watch enough golf and tennis. I watch the big matches, but like, you know, all the preliminaries and, you know, if they ain't playing for a green jacket, I'm not watching golf. I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, I don't watch enough to even remember all the sponsorship like you said. But when you say that, because you got to think, Rolex, $10,000 a watch, you know, for the basics. You know, Mercedes Benz, like you said, Rolls Royce, whatever like that. Like, you don't have to sell as much. Like, LeBron got Nike. Like, you can only buy so many pair of LeBrons to even match up to one Rolex. You know, and then the fact that, you know, golf players, $1 million matches, you know, tennis players, you know, the matches, what they get paid per match is not the same as game checks in the NBA. So, yeah, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, but you may see some, you know, even you got to count like foreign sponsorships. Like, you know, when you think of the NFL, the only person you really think of doing foreign sponsorships that we like really hear about is like Tom Brady. So I'm sure a lot of the tennis players and even American golf players are doing a lot of foreign stuff that we don't necessarily see.
Right.
Especially like in France, somewhere like that.
Right, and they play over there, like you said. It's a global sport. You know, the NBA and the NFL, what they gonna go to, like Mexico and London, you know, and that's it.
Right.
So yeah, I see what you're saying now.
And now more recently in the preseason, and maybe in the regular season, they're going to China now too. So
yeah, China big, especially with NBA. Yep.
But hopefully, Daryl Morey from the Rockets didn't mess up that opportunity with what he said about
stupid.
China. Yeah.
Stupid. But in the middle of the chaos. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
while the teams are there.
Why they there?
But hey, that's a dumb honor for you. So everyone, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. Yours truly, along with B. Baker. Stan is not here tonight, but we do have T-Bone Funk on the line.
Holding it down for the big three.
He is a legend. And I mean, he's a legend.
He's a part of this show, man.
But he's a legend in the wrestling business as well.
Right. Yes, sir.
And he's also a proud father. How's the little one doing?
He's good, but you know what? I saw that y'all shared this the show in that wrestling group. Now I'm sure you're gonna get some people sending some hate messages after saying that.
Hey, that's just more pub for us.
That's all it is. Hey, we want all the smoke, like Smooth. We saying we want all the smoke, baby.
All the smoke. So hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. You know, we
it.
will defend your honor if need be.
Sure will. You are a brother.
All we gotta do is
if y'all got a problem with T-Bone, we in these streets, man. Y'all gonna have to see us. We gonna hold.
Well, most of the time, with that group. When you're the adult in the room, you deal with a lot of people who, everything is either the best or the worst, right. And there is no in between.
Right.
But yeah, moving on from that. But as far as your boy from Alabama, the reason why I said he has to stay, and I guarantee you he's staying, because you had to learn from the backlash that LeBron got. You can't make the decision to leave on a national broadcast. And leave the fans that you have. Yeah, you shouldn't do it at all. But if you're going to do it, there's only one decision you can make, and it can't be I'm leaving.
Exactly. because you blackballed yourself from that organization forever. It's always gonna be a tarnish on your name, and he not thinking like, I don't know who his circle is around him, but they need to inform that dude that if you don't stay, this is gonna be bad for you. Like, you got to think about like long term after your NFL career is over with. You gonna go back to Alabama, homecoming games, big games.
I'm sure that's some good stuff for the school. You know, he decides he's gonna stay. He's probably already talked to Nick Saban and worked it out. I'm staying. Don't worry. This is just because people have said that this is a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea
at all.
You know, so yeah, you only got one decision you can make, and that's stay.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And he'll have fans for life if he does that.
Oh yeah, now that's one. I didn't think about it till you just said that, but that will work in his favor if he does make the decision and stay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if he make the decision and go, bro, we done with you. The whole Crimson Tide, we out of here. You can't even go pet an elephant never again in your life.
Damn. After everything that man done to y'all?
He ain't did nothing. What has he done? He got a touchdown. But other than that, that was Jalen's team.
The touchdown.
Yeah, he got a nice touchdown. And he caught them off guard because they have a game plan for him.
Right.
That's what it really was. We want to get into it. Now, he a good quarterback, but don't get it twisted. Jalen Hurts our quarterback.
Ooh. You
got to show up and give us a championship for us to claim you as a quarterback. So make your decision if you want to, but you better make the right one.
Uh-oh. Hot topic, but
very hot.
There it is. See, you don't play with B back in his teams, man.
I don't, man. And the fact that I'm going to Alabama in 2 weeks, and it's not that far from Alabama, I might have to pull up, dog. It's going to be around that time. It's going to be 2 days after his decision.
Right. So let's stick with the college football once again. The national championship game is going down.
Yeah.
Here we go. It is going to be not this Monday coming up, but the following January 13th. And with it being LSU, which is number 1 versus number 3 Clemson. And you know what, before I continue on, we talked about the LSU game earlier, about Joe Burrow holding things down, Ohio State. J.K. Dobbins, the running back from Ohio State, he missed 2 crucial catches that probably would have sealed I don't want to say sealed the deal, but it definitely would have helped their chances.
It would have sealed the deal,
You know what I'm saying? One in the end zone where he crossed the plane, but he didn't have control of the ball.
It was game breakers.
And then the screen pass, he was wide open.
Bro.
All he had to do was catch the ball and turn around and go to the end zone.
Basic.
He dropped it. And it looks like ever since those plays, LSU took over.
Yeah.
And there was a wrap. So then the other game, Clemson. And I'm sorry, I said LSU Ohio State, but it's LSU and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So then Clemson versus Ohio State, number 3 versus number 2. That game was incredible.
Yeah, that was the game, man. I mean, the LSU Oklahoma game, that was just
like why were you even here?
Right. Like, come on, man. It's like if I go take my uncles outside and play with them.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm gonna burn y'all up. Like, stop playing. Right. But yeah, that's why I was glad it was the second game.
Yeah.
Because that was the primetime game.
Exactly.
And I think they kind of knew that.
You
know, them teams evenly matched. So.
And it made sense because it's 3 and 2. You know, 3 versus 2.
Right.
So,
but, all respect to the defending champs. That's why they had to be on primetime.
A lot of people, and T-Bone, feel free to add in any comments.
Yes,
but
sir.
a lot of people were kind of doubting Clemson's ability because of their soft schedule. But my thing is that you're talking about a team that's been in the college football playoff for the last 3 years, won two out of 3.
Yep.
Bringing back Trevor Lawrence, and you got Dabo Swinney. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Dabo, he done been proved himself. He the only one in the conversation with Nick Saban, period, right now.
Yeah. So, and T-Bone, did you have any response in regards to the games?
So I didn't see the games,
okay,
but I've seen some highlights here and there. But for whatever reason, I just have a feeling LSU is going to go ahead and take that championship.
I agree.
Sometimes it just seems too right for Clemson, because Clemson's been there the past few years, and like you said, they've won a couple of them. It just seems like LSU is trying to get their names back because if you remember. I don't know how many years ago it was, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago. It kind of was it was kind of LSU and Alabama kind of going back and forth as far as Alabama was still dominating, but LSU had a couple wins over Alabama those few years ago. Now they're back. They're trying to get up to the top. I just feel like LSU is going to wind up taking it.
In which the national championship game, once again, Monday, January 13th, at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome.
ATL, baby. I'm be leaving the day they playing the championship game. I just thought about that.
Actually, it's in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, you got and I see why you said ATL, because the new stadium in ATL is
Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Right. But yeah, this is the Superdome in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
And so
I think they're the only.
Say what?
No, I was saying I think that they're the only stadium dome sponsor that has two in the same sport. You know, where you have a stadium and a dome that you sponsor. They got their name out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's gonna be pretty much like a home game, or it is a home game
for LSU. Hell yeah, that is a home game. That's facts. Yeah, which makes Clemson even more dangerous.
Right. More ammunition.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good game, man. I'm not guaranteeing either team to win, because you definitely can't sleep on a champion, which they just showed. And like you said, with them plays you just mentioned earlier, that's why when people win championships, you got to understand what it takes to win a championship. Like under the pressure, the plays, you know, everything has to be a perfect storm. You don't have any room for mistakes, any room for error. So especially with college football where it's just one game, like you got to give all respect to every play, you know, special teams, the kickers, the matchups, the substitutions at that time, the defensive plays, even little stuff like that man could have, you know, like I remember when I played football, they was like sometimes you just got to pop your fingernails out just to get that 1 yard. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand, especially with football, the grit and grind you got to go through. Like, it was so many of my teammates that was missing fingernails because of that stuff. People had holes in their feet because of cleats. You know what I'm saying? Getting stepped on your forearm. Like, you don't see that on TV, man.
Right.
So, when you make plays, not even just the big plays, where, like I said, the obvious ones, when you drop catch and stuff like that.
Right.
But the fact that, you know, like Kitchens did that time, a couple other guys, man, where they almost out of bounds, and they fighting and they pushing, and like George Kittle did for the 49ers that time.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
He been beast mode.
Beast mode. Like, them little extra yards won them the game because he refused to go down.
Right.
Like, that's something that's unsung with that stuff. So when you an actual champion like Clemson, who has proven themselves a couple times, like you said, Dabo Swinney is probably the top coach now, in my opinion, now, even if they don't win, just for getting there under the circumstances. People don't get them enough credit for that, man.
Yeah. And it was a few times throughout the game when I heard the commentators, I think it was Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit, they were looking at Clemson when they were down a little bit, but I think they were down like 14-0. They were like, look at the faces of Clemson. You know, they're not used to being this kind of predicament where they're behind. You know, I think
they don't understand game face.
It was their first time all year long that they had a deficit.
Yeah,
you know?
They thought they were sad, but they was mad.
And then I think what changed the game also was when Trevor Lawrence, Sunshine,
man, Pantene Pro V,
when he got rocked by that,
got blew up
by that call, which it should not have been targeting because both guys had their head down, the helmet down.
Rule stuff.
Yeah, it's
that,
crazy.
Man.
But when he got down and he was bloody and everything, he came back up. Came after, he went back out to set out for a play. Then he came back in, and he just took over.
Yeah,
you know?
Like we joke with the pretty boy stuff, but that ain't nobody disrespecting that dude.
He that deal.
He the deal for real.
He is that deal.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, man, it was an incredible game, man. It should be incredible on the 13th. Once again, LSU #1 versus the #3 seed. Clemson Tigers.
Yes, sir.
Once again, we got T-Bone Funk on the line.
Hey, LSU the Tigers?
Yeah.
So Tiger versus Tiger. Oh, man. Shout out to Tony the Tiger.
Tiger Woods should be
turned up.
Tiger Woods should be at the game, too.
Right. I might drink Tiger Bone and watch the game.
Do you think that Jalen Hurts will be a good NFL quarterback?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Dude, money, man. And he built for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wasn't on Oklahoma, what would they be? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude just transferred over there and made them legit that fast.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't really been legit in the last couple years. I really think since Sam Bradford, for real. But, you know, I think that whatever franchise lucky enough to get him, man, he going to be dope to me.
Now, mind you, the last couple of years, Oklahoma did have a few Heisman quarterbacks. You know, Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's happening.
Right.
T-Bone, I know you are excited because earlier I said beast mode, and normally that's for one guy, Marshawn Lynch. And he came back to Seattle, and they faced your squad Sunday Night Football. San Fran went to Seattle and straight did some damage. What were your thoughts on that game and the thoughts on their season?
I call that game the big payback. You know what I mean? I mean, how happy can I be? I mean, this is the first time that we've been the number one seed in I don't know how long, because I didn't even think we were the number one seed in 2013 when they went to the Super Bowl.
A long time.
So, yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to this week off and watch everybody else fight amongst themselves, and hopefully some people don't have any severe career-ending injuries, but I hope some teams will definitely soften it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to this, and I'm happy. You know, I was actually doing some work at the time of the game, so I saw a lot of it, and then I got to the fourth quarter, and you know what? When it was like 1 minute and 57 seconds or something like that, right after Russell Wilson had thrown a pass, I had to get back to what I was doing and couldn't see the rest of it until about 2 hours after the game was over. And I couldn't, you know, it was like, oh, man, I wonder what is happening. I didn't know what happened until afterwards. So, yeah, definitely happy that they pulled it out and wound up getting that game. Because there was just that part of me. You know, you in Seattle, it's like, okay, they flash the graphic every 15 seconds.
Yep.
Russell Wilson has more a fourth quarter comeback, fourth quarter in overtime. So, yeah, I was definitely nervous, but I'm glad of the outcome.
Yeah, man. A lot of people, and even when they lost to Seattle and San Fran, I feel like that was a game that if they would have had Robbie Gould and if Emmanuel Sanders didn't get hurt, they would have beaten Seattle and probably would have had an even better record, you know, right now.
Seattle had one job, bro.
Yeah.
We needed that. So you're welcome, T-Bone.
Well, and you know, who was it that we lost to a couple weeks ago where it's like, come on, man, we had the number one seed locked. We wouldn't have even had this conversation.
Yeah.
And then they had that loss.
It was Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah. It was like, what are we doing?
Right.
Like, of all the teams we could lose to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that hurt, bro.
So, yeah, man, wild card weekend is coming up. We'll get further into depth when we get to the end.
Who won the wild card this year?
What you mean?
Patriots.
Oh, right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
They in a wild card.
Speaking of the Patriots, it was reported today that it was no wrongdoing by the Patriots in regards to the whole videographer recording,
Of course.
the Cincinnati Bengals practices or game film or whatever.
There wasn't no wrongdoing they did. It was like that neither with the Rams.
Quote unquote wrongdoing.
It never is. It never is. I wonder why. Who a big advocate for the Patriots? The Peach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what I
You know,
figured.
him and the owner
Kraft, yeah.
they're some really good friends.
Oh yeah, they known for prostitutes and porn stars. So you know, I wouldn't be surprised they doing a little shady activity. So yeah.
So going into the NFL talk, T-Bone, with you being a San Fran fan, is there a team in the playoffs that fears you the most?
I don't want to play Seattle again. I mean, because you know, think about it. That's the division team. You see them so many times in a year, two times a year, every year. Yep. So it's not like they're not familiar with them. So, I mean, don't want to see them. Don't particularly want to see the Saints either.
I was hoping you were gonna say that. You better put some respect on that.
Yeah, I mean. But here's the other thing about that. The flip side is that the games are both from San Francisco. So I would, again, don't particularly want to see the Saints because of the division thing, the Seahawks because of the division thing. The Saints, the Saints are Saints are number 2 on the list because we have home field advantage. If it was the other way around, I probably wouldn't want to see the Saints first. But yeah, I mean, who else is there? The Vikings,
And the Eagles.
Y'all will be all right
and
with
the
them.
Packers.
Yep. Yeah. So going into this weekend, starting Saturday, we have the AFC games. It's going to be the 5 seed, the Bills, playing at the 4 seed Texans.
Be a game right there.
It is. I really like the Bills.
Me too.
And J.J. Watt should be back.
Yeah.
Playing Saturday. That's going to be on ESPN. And then game number 2, the 6 seed Titans.
Well, the Titans beat the Patriots, dog.
Faces
I'll be
number
weak,
3 seed
man.
Patriots.
Oh my God!
Now
I might go to Nashville. Hey, you know Nashville on the way to Atlanta anyway. I might turn over them for my birthday, dog. They beat them.
They have a very great chance to make the upset. I like how Derrick Henry is doing,
Yep.
but here's the problem. And I know T-Bone, you can add on anything else, but Derrick Henry, the Patriots are not gonna allow him to beat them.
Allegedly,
you know how Belichick
they ain't the same
is.
Patriots though.
But I mean, but defensively,
They've been balling defensively,
So-
especially at secondary.
someone else from the Titans will have to step up because more than likely they're going to have the front 8 in the box ready to stop Derrick Henry. Tannehill, someone who faced the Patriots a lot of times in his
Right.
past with the Dolphins, can he step to the plate and be that
I wonder
quarterback?
what a guy like was Devin McCourty that missed the Pro Bowl.
It's
Just
personal.
trying to prove something.
It's personal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's gonna make them dangerous, man.
And then going to the NFC, we have the Vikings, a 6 seed, at the Saints, 3 seed, and then number 5 Seahawks, number 4 Eagles. I don't see the Eagles getting out
Hell no.
at all. Vikings, Saints should be good, but I think the Saints are gonna go ahead and do that thing as well.
And that's crazy. The Eagles got home field. That bum record.
9-7.
I really hope that those Viking fans who have been deprived of their team going past in the playoffs, I really hope those fans really get their wish this year.
No, hell no. How could you say that while I'm right here with my Saints stuff on? Stop playing. No.
Those fans have had it so bad over the past.
Well, they gonna have another bad year.
Ever since the Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Randall Cunningham,
Dante Culpepper.
They just deserve so much.
Not this year.
Is it possible, guys, that this playoff could be the most wildest, craziest playoff in a long time?
Yep. I think so. Because literally anybody, like a team like Tennessee could actually go to the Super Bowl. Honestly.
No.
They could.
No.
If the matchups play out.
The only could is that they're in the playoffs, but beyond that, no.
He said you ain't getting no love from
Right,
Tebow.
none. Right. I had Tennessee dead to rights out the gate. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm surprised they even in the playoffs. But
Look, for me, this playoffs is funny to me because obviously my team is the 49ers, the number 1 seed. My dad's team is the Chiefs, the number 2 seed in the AFC. So that's what I'm going for in the playoffs.
and I didn't think the Chiefs was gonna make it at one point.
Right.
With the injuries and the way everything was
But
going.
all
so
of a sudden, they just kicked it in.
Man, that
to
was
They
high
just got
gear.
they just have too much to keep them away. You know?
yeah.
Because, I mean, going back to when Andy Reid got there and going back to the Alex Smith days, you know, they've only missed the playoffs, one time in that entire time?
Right.
I want Andy Reid to get one
yeah.
so bad one day, man. Just because of the stuff he'd have been through.
Look, they should have had it that 1 year. They should have at least went to the NFC Championship game. I want to say it was Alex Smith, the first, second year there, when they were playing the Colts, and they were up 30-something points on the Colts, and then the Colts, the Chiefs had a bunch of injuries that happened throughout the game, and then the Colts wound up coming back. That was the one that he really should have had, beyond the Super Bowl that he had back in
They should
Philadelphia.
have won it last year, man. They let the Patriots get the ball too late. They should have won last year.
Yeah, but you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes. That was that was his first year starting. Like, you facing the Patriots took him out, right? Yeah, you facing the Patriots. Like, nah, you're not gonna beat the Patriots with a first year quarterback or
They
first
had him, though.
starting year quarterback, no matter how good they are.
But they had him though. Like literally, you talking about one possession away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And they weren't gonna let Patrick Mahomes get that possession either.
They scored. That's what I'm saying. They scored too early, man. Left too much time on the clock, to me, in my opinion, man. But Mahomes, he showed he was money last year with that playoff game that they played against each other. You know what I'm saying? So, and it would have made for a better Super Bowl, I think, if the Chiefs would have been there rather than the Patriots.
And see, that's the thing that I look at is when you're talking about, you know, would Tom or better yet, the best person to look at for that would be Drew Brees. If the Patriots were facing a Drew Brees team, Drew Brees wouldn't scored as quick as he could because you can already see what's going to happen. Drew Brees is going to look at that clock and take control to make sure that you don't have no time left.
None. Yep. You're right.
Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. We have T-Bone on the line,
Yes, sir.
holding things down.
Dropping gems.
At the very lovely city of Orlando, enjoying that great weather. I know y'all.
Pro Bowl City.
Right. I know that you and B need to talk about some future traveling plans to Orlando.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I want to go see the NBA experience out there, man. I gotta check it out. So I'll be.
You know, I had the chance to check it out last year and didn't get a chance to do it. Had a bunch of stuff going on. Could have checked it out before it was even open.
Right. Yeah. They got a couple things I want to do down there, man. I've been to Orlando a few times, but you know, y'all got some new stuff going on there, man. I want to go to Orlando and Clearwater Beach pretty soon, man. So I'll be down there soon enough.
All right, man. Let me know.
Yes, sir.
All right. And last question in regards to football for me. What team out there? Well, I know I asked T-Bone, and he said, you know, he pretty much fears
Seattle.
The Seattle and possibly the Saints. But what team do you see in the whole playoff that can really just shock the world? Like, you know, that no one would have seen coming. Like, what they want. I know, B, you probably said Tennessee.
Yeah.
To me, I have the Buffalo Bills.
That was going to be my second one. I ain't going to lie.
T-Bone, who you have?
I mean, if you were talking a shock, to me, a shock would be the Packers and the Bills in the Super Bowl. That would be a shock.
I wonder how many
because
how them ratings would be for that game.
Exactly. Man, he doubled up on things like one. He said two of them.
Well, you know, everybody would think that, okay, the Packers, that's not a huge stretch to Aaron Rodgers on the team. But Aaron Rodgers hasn't been in a Super Bowl in, it's 10 years now, right?
Yeah.
Right, against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So I mean, it even though people can talk about how good of a player he has been, I actually haven't even heard a lot of people talk about Aaron Rodgers over the past couple of years as far as being that top guy anymore. You know, you don't hear the A-Ron anymore. You know, it's somebody else. So that would be a surprise if all of a sudden here this guy comes again. And the Bills, yeah, if you would tell somebody that, hey, in the Super Bowl it's going to be the Bills, and you'd be like, well, you know, they play in the same division as the Patriots.
Yep.
So there's no way that's even a thing. But yeah, if they made it to the Super Bowl, that would be a huge surprise.
Right. Next topic I want to bring up while I have you on the line, T-Bone. Athlete of the Decade was just put out, and via the AP for the ladies, it was Serena Williams. For the males, it was LeBron James. Any thoughts on that? Do you think there's someone else could have possibly won those awards, well, not the award, but being named the Athlete of the Decade?
Serena's definitely. I mean, I don't think there's any question there should be any debate with that, and if it is, they're wrong.
Right.
With LeBron, I mean, it's hard to argue against it. I mean, he was in the playoffs every year except for one out of the whole decade.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm sorry, not the playoffs, in the
right.
finals
Yeah.
every year except except one. So yeah, all right, Gibson.
I agree, 100%, man. You
Yeah.
can't we can argue, speculate, say what we like about people and not like about people, but you can't dispute them two being the athlete of the decade. But I will say the shocker to me which it shouldn't kind of be a shock because of what's going on currently, but the fact that James Harden is the leading scorer of the decade for the NBA that's crazy though.
That's not surprising.
For the decade, though, I mean, recently, yeah, he had these scoring bursts, but I mean, for like a 10-year stretch, to me, that's just crazy.
Well, see, that's the funny thing is because we live in the times that we live in, where we see so much social media and we take in so much information. It's hard to imagine that something went back as far as that. But he's been in Houston since what, 2012?
I don't recall when he went, but.
It was either 2011 or 2012 because he was there before Dwight Howard got there.
Right, because I know in 2010 they played the Heat.
Yeah, and it was right after it was pretty much right after that year is when he got sent to the
Rockets. Yeah, that's right.
Or when he went to Houston.
Right, because Dwight joined him in 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was there before that.
Right.
So if you think about it with him, he's been the number one guy on his team since around that time. So, yeah, those first 4 years pretty much started, if it didn't start immediately, it was not too far after.
And T-Bone, you are right. 2012 was his first year with the Rockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I just think I'm shocked because of, with guys like LeBron and KD, how far they went in the playoffs. You got to factor in all those points. Kevin Durant, won all them scoring titles. When James Harden was with the Rockets. So that's what I'm saying.
But he also missed a lot of games too.
He did. He missed a whole year with the Jones fracture.
James Harden, I don't think
he
James
don't miss
Harden
games.
has had an injury or has missed games in a long time.
He don't miss games. Yeah. That's one thing I give him credit for. He do not do load management, and he do not cry about injuries and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other person I would have thought would be the person I would think would be second, and I haven't seen the list, but I would think that Westbrook would be like second or third, and you know what, maybe not even because his years were more recent as far as the scoring and stuff like that. And he had at least one injury.
He had knee injury twice.
Right.
I thought it was like Steph Curry up there. I thought it was LeBron, KD, and Steph Curry could have challenged for that, but. Especially because, like I said, you're thinking about a whole body of scoring. James Harden been bounced out of the playoffs early until recently, and even then, he still hasn't been to the finals. So you got to count all of those games, But the fact that he was number one and it was like not even close, I'm like, that's crazy.
Right. So that was the past decade, but now for the new decade, for these next 10 years, who do y'all see? If you could think of anyone off the top of your heads for the ladies and for the men, who may be the next future of
Lonzo Ball. Lonzo, baby, he gonna prove everybody wrong. He gonna prove his daddy right. He gonna take over the NBA. He gonna be athlete of the decade 2030.
All right, so once Brian Baker gets off the liquor that he's on
right
bro,
now. I'm still lit from yesterday, man.
Man, yeah. So, anyone that you think of, male or female, in regards to athlete of the decade for the next decade, T-Bone?
All right. So if I'm thinking next decade, it's got to be somebody who's already there. And when I say already, I don't mean like. This was their rookie season. They need to be somebody who's already established. So, and they have to be someone on the younger side. So, I mean, if you're talking about males, and again, I have to go with the premise that we're talking basketball because, again, you're talking way too many sports. So if we're leaving it as to what you have now as far as basketball, I'll go with the Greek Freak.
Good one.
So, do y'all see him winning the championship?
Yeah, a couple of them. I was actually thinking him or Devin Booker or Saquon Barkley. But yeah, that's a very good pick.
I I still think I think of like Mike Trout. You know,
Yeah.
look he's doing in game
Right. Yeah.
baseball. Uh,
I don't. He's on the older end of, and I don't mean old, but I'm saying if you're talking about a decade, that means that you're expecting him to play 10 years at a high level.
mm-hmm.
For
I mean, he
baseball,
could,
I don't know.
He could, especially in the American
baseball,
League.
But you know what? When you think of like, if you look at baseball players, here's an example: David Freese, right?
Right.
Like, how long was he? How long was he at the top level in baseball, and how long did he last altogether?
Right.
Yeah, but a lot of baseball players, they prime is in their 30s, especially like I said with Mike Trout being in the American League, he could just be a designated hitter, and they could hide him a couple more them tail end years to where he'd be more effective, like kind of like a Big Papi type player, where even if you're not on defense, you still regarded as one of the top guys.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Albert Pujols. Like, Albert Pujols has been playing, but he hasn't been a top level person over the past 10 years.
I think Pujols' heart just not in it, honestly. Like, he immediately declined once he went to the Angels.
And then plus his best 10 years was when he was with us anyway.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
His decade.
Yeah, his decade was with us. Yeah. He ain't even been regarded as a machine since he been there.
Right. He more like paper.
and that's the thing. Like, as much as you all talk about like the Cardinals, and I'm not even going to get into that debate right now, but just for a point. But as much as y'all talk about the Cardinals and how they let like Pujols go, like it was a smart decision to let Pujols go because. Well, I mean, even if you could have signed him even still to a higher level contract, like it wouldn't make sense. And if you look over the past so many years since he's been gone, he's not the same Pujols. He's got a name. He can break some records, but he's not going to lead you to a championship.
Right.
No, that's facts. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just be that piece that's still there because of nostalgia.
Yeah, I feel like we owed it to him. That's just my heart. But when you say it like that, that's true.
That and it would have handcuffed the team to get other big pieces around him while he's still there. Yeah. Because so much money would have been locked into him.
Yeah, you spend $250,000 on somebody and y'all ain't making the playoffs. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But fellas, I'm gonna have to step off here, but I'll continue listening as everybody should every Wednesday night.
I love the plugs, man. See, you can tell he's to the promos.
Hey man, long distance dap to you with the explosion, man. Right on.
All right, so T-Bone, man, you have a good one, and say hello to Mrs. T-Bone.
Yes,
and
Happy New Year to y'all, man. Appreciate you calling in, dog. One time for T-Bone. Happy New Year, bro.
All right, man. Big things for y'all this year.
There you go, man. Appreciate
it, man. Thanks. You too.
All right, y'all. So that was a great conversation with T-Bone Funk. Once again, this is the platform Sports Talk Show. As we continue on here, let me go ahead and put in all our fun stuff here. Once again, follow us on all those social media sites. It is on your screen.
Yep.
As we keep on going with the show. We get into NBA talk.
Okay.
We balling.
Yeah.
Once again, you talked about at the beginning of the show, David Stern, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
To him. In the NBA, I haven't watched all like his full games, but just seeing from a couple games that I've seen now with him being on the Pelicans now, and no, not Lonzo, but is Brandon Ingram finally playing to his capabilities?
Balling, man. And he playing strong even with that slight frame he got, man.
Yeah.
That lets you know his attitude and heart over muscle. You know what I mean? But the dude is balling, man.
Was it just a matter of him? Well, I think he even said it. I think he admitted that, being on the Lakers and being with LeBron, the pressures and everything, he just couldn't,
A lot of players fell victim to that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like a different type of cat to play with LeBron, let alone in that type of arena, that type of atmosphere. You know what I mean? So when you're a rookie or a second-year player, it might be too much.
So check this out. His career stats.
Okay.
His points per game for the career is 15.4 points per game.
Right.
rebounds per game, 3 assists.
But
This
now,
year, 25.3 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, and pretty much 4 assists. Now, remember I talked about this on the final say about how certain guys, their weakness could have been jump shooting or free throws, and they worked so hard, and now it's a strength.
right?
Well, look at his free throws. Because even with the Lakers, he used to be terrible
Yeah,
shooting
it's
free
not
throws.
concentrating because he a good shooter.
Right. He
Yeah.
was basically 70% from the free throw line in his career, which
Right.
has been only like 3 years.
Right.
But this year he's pretty much 86%.
He could be the next, what they called it, the 90-40 club. You know what I mean? Where you shooting 90% from the free throw line, 40% from the 90-50-40. Where you get 90% from the free throw line, 50% from the field, 40% from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of players that's been able to do that in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Ray Allens, Kevin Durant, Steve Nash type players.
Yeah.
So he got an opportunity to do that too. And I think he should probably, I already know you're in the conversation, but he might be a Western Conference All-Star this year.
He should be.
Yeah.
I don't see why. And
Right.
like I said before, that's what I look forward to this year's All-Star game. Not just because it's in Chicago, but there should be a nice influx of young talent.
A whole lot of them.
And
Zach
that's
LaVine.
going to make the All-Star game even better.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to have all these, the LeBron and them who they may not take it serious until the fourth quarter.
But you got young dogs that's coming.
Exactly.
Like you got Karl Anthony Towns, Zach LaVine's, Brandon Ingram's, them type of dudes. Giannis, them cats finna hoop, man. That's all they do. James Harden, like these dudes hoop for a living. Like they don't care about all that Hollywood stuff. These cats will hoop the same. They hoop in the summer leagues that don't get no press just to get some reps in. You know what I mean? So yeah, they gonna ball out, man. I think so.
So speaking of balling out, I'm looking over at the standings right now, and Milwaukee has a nice lead over Boston and the Heat. They have a 5-game lead over them. 4th spot, the Raptors. 5th spot, tied for the 5th and 6th spot, we have the Pacers and the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's crazy, dog.
7.5 games out of first. Number 7, Brooklyn still holding on. And the 8th spot, T-Bone, Orlando Magic. Now, what's crazy is after everything that they've been through, Stan's Bulls are only 2 games out of the last spot.
Show you how bad the East
After
is.
everything,
Let's show you how bad the East is.
I know Stan.
Like the
Stan
Orlando
go
Magic.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, he gonna lose if they make it a playoff.
Oh my God.
And they actually could because they could overtake, honestly, Brooklyn and Orlando easily. Philadelphia is the disappointment of the East. It ain't no reason for y'all to be
the
at the
6th spot.
tail end of the middle of the pack. Stop playing, man. After all this stuff, after all the disappointment y'all went through last year, all the reason why y'all should be better this year, like the team that knocked y'all, Toronto, still above y'all.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of injuries this year.
Right.
That's crazy, man.
Is it time for an ownership change with the Charlotte Hornets? Because overall, think about Jordan. Has he really
Nah,
done anything big
not for
to
them
help
or
the
Washington.
organization? Yeah.
Neither one. Michael Jordan not a good owner, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he a great player, but outside of that, nothing he's touched has worked.
Yeah.
So,
Now, looking over at the West, Lakers still have the number 1 spot. Number 2, well, tied for number 2 the Nuggets and the Clippers, 3 games behind. I had a post. I was excited. My boy Michael Porter Jr. started the game and led the team in points, 19
got a
points
nice
a game.
little tip back.
Yeah, and it hurts because that's what I want to see him do at Mizzou, but unfortunately he got
Never
hurt.
got a chance.
And you see his game, and he plays like he's been there for years. Like it's not he looks like he's frantic and whatever. He plays under control. He plays like slow motion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another opportunity, like I said, when you got a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Mike Malone, good coach, man. So
Stan and I know Sadal, they know how I am about Michael Porter Jr. I was, hey, But I knew that the way he's playing now is what he could have brought
He
to
was a myth to
Mizzou.
me, man. I never saw him play
Right.
until recently.
Yeah. And I was there when he played his first game when they came to St. Louis for the SEC tournament.
Right.
And he played, and of course he really was himself because he was just getting back into the
back
basketball
injury
shape.
crazy, man.
But the way he's playing now is like, man, if he could have just brought that to Mizzou,
They'd have been in the tournament easily.
woo,
And made some damage in the tournament.
him and Jonte and Tillman, man. But you know that's the way the ball bounces sometimes. The fourth place, the Rockets, 3.5 games behind. Last week we discussed them and talked about how disappointing that they're playing. They lost to Golden State on Christmas Day, then turned around and lost to the Pelicans.
Stupid.
It's like, what's going on?
And Lonzo went off that game.
Yeah. It's like, what's going on here?
No concentration, man. They just horrible. It's a horrible franchise, man. Like you said, with their owner, with Daryl Morey, and then you got Mike D'Antoni. Then y'all superstars. Like, they just always been questionable.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's just weird, man.
Yep. And then this team here in the fifth spot, watch out for this team, especially if they stay healthy. And that's the Dallas Mavericks.
Shout out to KP for going up against Draymond the other day, man.
Right. Yeah, he wasn't no punk.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Let's get it.
It was funny. Like, Draymond, like, what he, on the sideline, like, yeah. I think when Marquise Chris pushed Luka Doncic, and he on the back, like, yeah. Like, dude, come on, bro.
They ain't got nothing to play for. They looking for anything, man. When you a good team, that's the stuff you gotta expect from a lesser team, and that's the stuff that you gotta learn how to ignore. That's why I said with KP, the way he handled it, like, he stood his ground, but he didn't really feed into it for real. You know what I'm saying? He just basically looking at Draymond like, really, what is you doing, bro? First of all, you 6 inches shorter than me. Like, I'm looking over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking to my neck right now.
Right.
And then the fact that I'm gonna bust you. You can't check me. So yeah, shout out to him for the way he handled that, man.
Sixth spot, we have the Utah Jazz. Now, this team, I know Mike Conley is hurt.
And they've been playing better without him, man.
Exactly.
That's the hurting part. I like Mike Conley. I met Mike Conley, you know what I'm saying? And he a good dude. I met him and Mark Gasol and Zebo and all them down on Bill one day, man. And I like Mike Conley, man.
Yeah.
He a solid dude. But for whatever reason, in Utah, he been struggling, man.
Yeah, he just and it's his first time, I believe, that he's been playing for a different team outside of Memphis.
Yeah.
So if that adjustment of just being on a whole new team, getting the culture, maybe
it's the altitude.
I'm about to say the same thing.
I don't know, man. His shooting been terrible. He been trying to adjust. I think the fact that he never played with another dominant wing player like Donovan Mitchell might have a lot to do with that too.
What I'm gonna say about them? Yeah. So they just made a trade last week and got Jordan Clarkson.
Right, I saw that.
They traded Dante Exum to get Clarkson, so he brings instant offense. So once they start gelling more, that team, and they're playing better now. They have a 3-game winning streak now, so they're playing much better. This next team, we talked about it last week, but this next team coming up in the 7th spot, I thought they were going to be playing for the first pick of the draft.
Me too.
But no, they playing for a serious prime playoff position, and that's the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yep.
Shouts out to Chris Paul.
And Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That team is playing incredible. They currently have a 3-game winning streak, and they are currently 8 games behind first place. The Spurs.
Knew they was going to be there.
At first,
You knew it.
Well,
I don't
not
care.
at
You
first,
knew it.
But they had a stretch of bad games
They
too,
did.
and
But
they
it
were
was
looking
early.
down.
It was early.
But that shows how great Popovich is.
That's a resilient team, man. He got a great coaching staff. He brought Tim Duncan in, Becky Hammond. Man, if you put on a Spurs uniform, dog, you expected to have greatness.
Yeah.
And the way they handled the Suns the last game was crazy. DeJounte Murray really showed up for that game. DeMar DeRozan, he's starting to settle in as the guy that's supposed to be leading the team. Rudy Gay resurged his career with them. LaMarcus Aldridge, trusted the system and starting to ball out. And then you got them guys coming. You got I forgot my boy's name that played with the USA team. Derek. I can't
Oh
think.
yeah.
They got Patty Mills. You know, they got some guys, man. So
Yeah, man. You can never count them out. They're like the NBA version of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
that's a good one. Yeah, I agree.
Then the ninth spot, which is surprising, but I know they had a lot of injuries too, are
They
the
only come up.
Trailblazers,
Yep.
and they currently have a 4-game losing streak.
But
And as we speak, they're playing at New York. Carmelo Anthony's first game back at Madison Square Garden, in which you just left the post having what on there?
so if y'all haven't checked out our page on Facebook, or if y'all haven't seen the news, Carmelo Anthony, well, the New York Knicks, just out of nowhere, no pub, no indications, came up with a Carmelo Anthony statue outside Madison Square Garden, with Carmelo putting the 3 symbol to his head to commemorate him his homecoming with them playing against the New York Knicks, going on actually right now over on ESPN. So I thought that was dope, man. Nobody saw that coming. I know I didn't. So I thought it was Photoshop. I thought they was playing. I had to see it on a couple of different sources to confirm it. But yeah.
All right. Oh, got a nice little banner
Right.
from Tono that
Okay.
will be showing very soon on one of our pages as one of our cover photos.
Okay.
Real dope, man.
Okay.
He may still be coming on the show. We'll see.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's up.
Right.
That is what's up. So going back to the NBA, the once again Trailblazers are playing at the Knicks. I gotta see the score. Right now
Shout out to the Knicks uniforms.
and the Knicks are actually playing a little bit better too now that they got rid of Mike Fizdale.
Yeah, man, I like Coach David Fizdale.
I'm sorry, David
That's my guy, man, from Memphis, man. And
He was just giving the wrong cards.
yeah, and this would make me mad about when they fire, especially a black coach. The team want to rally around it and make it like, oh yeah, he was a problem. The Knicks ain't finna keep winning. They's on a winning streak right now because they got a new coach, new freedom. Fizz don't play. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to show up every day and this and that. So they got a little freedom right now. So of course they're gonna play a little better. But you know, hopefully David Fizdale lands a better job. You know, I feel like he was dealt with a bad owner, bad team, you know, bad press, you know, dealt with some injuries. You know, guys like Dennis Smith, you know, he got to depression about some stuff off the court. And, you know, I just like you said, I felt like he was dealt a bad hand. So hopefully he land on his feet, bro.
Yeah. It's gonna be kind of hard though. Not sure if a lot of teams will be interested, even though this Nick experience shouldn't be the reason, but it may be hard for him to get another head coach job, maybe be part of a staff. But
Yeah, that's how I usually go.
in regards to a head coach, because remember, you know, he used to be a part of the staff with the Heat.
Yeah,
You know,
that's where he known from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what's up. But he was just put in a situation where he
We always are.
he just couldn't get out.
Yep.
Going back to the standings, Phoenix Suns, they started off pretty good.
I thought that was gonna be better.
Now they have a 2-game winning streak, but they are only 13-20,
Right.
and in 10th spot. So you have some other teams here, the Grizzlies, Timberwolves. You talking about disappointing?
Yeah. Remember the first 4 games?
Yeah.
First 6 games, whatever. Like everybody thought Karl Anthony Towns was gonna be MVP. I even said Timberwolves might make the finals on one of my bro you tripping segments.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then now they done already proved I was tripping before the All-Star break. So yeah, that's disappointment, man.
All right. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk
Yeah.
Show. I am your boy Smooth, along with
With B Baker, wishing y'all a very happy New Year.
2020.
Yeah,
We hope that y'all have been enjoying this show.
hopefully.
Right. Next week's show could be one for the ages.
Yeah.
Can't wait to discuss
What
that.
we got?
Can't wait to discuss that before the end of this show.
Yep.
We're going to save a little tease for y'all.
Okay.
So now we get into our fun segments.
Yep.
First, do you have a congrats? You were right.
Congrats, you were right to you Tennessee Titan people. I was laughing at y'all all preseason. Like, y'all tripping, man. And the fact that they in a position where they could have the biggest upset of the playoffs, I'm gonna just say congrats, you were right. Tennessee Titans is better than I thought they was. I didn't see it. I didn't see the talent around them. You know, I didn't see the coaching, and I just didn't see it being a good situation for y'all, man. So congrats, you were right to the Tennessee Titan fans.
There it is. Yeah, I can't. Matter of fact, let me just double check and make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I don't have it. Congrats on this week. So we'll go ahead and skip on to the next one.
Okay.
And we have, is this your leader?
Do I have as your leader this week?
I got two of them.
Okay. I'm gonna let you go first. I'm gonna freestyle one.
All right. So this is gonna be the battle of the coaches for the national championship coming up on the 13th.
Okay.
Who's your leader? Coach Orgeron or Dabo Swinney?
Dabo. Orgeron, I mean, yeah, you hot now. You ain't got no hardware. And you just now popping. Dabo consistently, 4 years.
What if Orgeron Dabo Swinney on the 13th and you know
Still Dabo to me.
okay.
Like the body of work, you know what I'm saying? Not just a prisoner of the moment. That's just my opinion. I don't know enough about LSU. I haven't seen it come up and, you know, with the recruiting and, you know, how the grind was last few years. They just now came on the radar for me. So I'm going to always go with Dabo with that situation because of, like I said, to me as an Alabama fan, to say that he probably overtaking Nick Saban is a statement in itself.
Yeah. Oh man, I got to go with Dabo as well. But Orgeron, he's right there. It's just his personality that makes it cool, you know, to play with him.
Right,
you know?
right.
And then I love how every interview he has, at the end,
Candid.
thanks, Coach. Go Tigers. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Every time, you know, kids want to play with a coach like that.
And it'd be funny if he say that and somebody from Clemson like, right on, man.
Yeah.
Because they also the Tigers.
You
You know what I'm saying?
already know.
Tiger versus Tiger championship game is going to be crazy.
So this one coming up here is local. Tom Stillman, owner of the St. Louis Blues, or Bill DeWitt, owner of the St. Louis Cardinals. Which person would you say is the better leader? Would you want to be in the trenches and have that person lead the way? And think about it, because Bill DeWitt, he has a legacy of pretty much having the Cardinals be one of the most respected franchises since his tenure. Pretty much in the playoffs every year, consistently winning team. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you recall where they had a losing season. You know, since he's taken over the
Even
team.
this year.
You know, and then of course you have Tom Stillman, owner of the Blues. He just renovated the Enterprise Center. Bringing in bigger events. He was one of the big reasons why we had.
I seen that big logo of Tarasenko on the side a couple days ago, and they said it was shot on an iPhone, which was crazy.
Yeah. So you have he brought in, or not he himself, but he's one of the big reasons why we had the Winter Classic a couple years ago.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Like
that
I
was
said,
tough.
now the All-Star game, him trusting his GM.
I see what you did there because they did it at Busch Stadium.
Him trusting his GM, Doug Armstrong, and now they finally won a Stanley Cup for the first time in history. So you got some good options. Tom still.
That's a tough one, man, because you talking about stability versus just straight up just getting in there and like, all right, look, we finna flip this all the way around and make y'all relevant. So it's like I can't make a decision right off the top because, like you said, with the Cardinals, we just always there.
A model of consistency.
Model of consistency. You can't knock that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that y'all always relevant no matter what talent y'all got, coaches, whatever, all the stuff we done been through. But then you gotta think about a guy that took a team that was always hot in the regular season, but never could get it done, like you said. And then the fact they made it a cool franchise and switching up stuff, and like you said, the Winter Classic and everything like that. So I'm gonna say the Blues owner. But
Tom Stillman.
I'm gonna just say that it was a very, very tough decision.
I'm leaning on Tom Stillman too, and the reason why, because I look at these last few years with the Cardinals, how Bill DeWitt, they keep playing it safe.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
but I want someone that's gonna go out his way. Like I said before, he made changes to the Enterprise Center. now the Enterprise Center looks like one of the top stadiums in the league again.
And we hosting the All-Star game this
Right,
year, if y'all
right.
don't know, on the
But
24th through the 26th.
you come in making bold moves, splashes, allowing guys to go ahead and pursue this.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to finally to change the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
And I think DeWitt, he's been a product of his past success, where he feel like maybe I ain't got to put a step on the gas.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
got the hardware already.
So like I'm just more chill. Oh,
I
people,
don't want to lose my job.
That or well, I mean, he's the owner, so he ain't gonna
Yeah,
lose.
well, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, I don't want to lose my status.
Right.
That's basically what I meant to say. Yeah.
But with him, it's just more so. Yeah, with the amount of consistency, we always get 3 million fans come to our stadium. There's no urgency in
Right,
him.
right.
But with Tom Stillman, you see the urgency to make changes for the better.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people now like to see someone like that, where they feel like, not saying you got to be like Jerry Jones or like George Steinbrenner with the Yankees and get signed crazy amount of dollars to someone,
Right.
or excuse me, pay someone crazy amount of dollars to someone, but just all about making certain moves and making better changes for the organization.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say Tom Stillman. Do you have anything, or you good?
No, I'm good, man. I'm gonna let you ride with that one because that was a good one, man.
All right. So up next, we have bruh. You tripping?
Man. Gamboa shoes. No, I was playing. That's my idiot of the week. But yeah, so bro, you tripping. I don't think I'm tripping, but like y'all might think, Saints gonna win the Super Bowl, dog. We got the GOAT. Quarterback and receiver.
I mean, yeah, this team is a top 3 team. Could have actually been top 2 if San Fran didn't lose.
Man, y'all had one job, Seattle.
But yeah, I can't. You're not tripping on that one.
Right. I ain't saying you,
Right.
but I know a lot of people gonna say that. But that's my bro. You tripping is, and that's why I'm rocking my hoodie, and I'm be wearing my jerseys and stuff throughout the playoffs. And a lot of people don't believe, so I like that. So I'm glad y'all don't believe. So it's gonna hurt a little more when it do happen.
All right. So mine is, and someone brought this up on a podcast. He used to wrestle with the WWE. He goes by Ryback, and now he's a free agent or whatever. And he doesn't have a lot of respect for the company and Vince McMahon. And he feels that with McMahon trying to focus more on the XFL, that maybe he won't prioritize the WWE like he used to. And which he even said, I can see him selling the company.
What?
And
The WWE you talking
yes.
about? Wow. Just for the XFL.
So I thought about it, like, and he's getting older. I'm like, you know
Ain't
what?
no way.
I can see him, because, like, for instance, how you have Raw and SmackDown.
Right.
SmackDown is for Fox.
Right.
So you pretty much giving a lot of your rights and say so to Fox. And I know right now Raw is on USA, which is like an NBC thing.
Right.
But it's possible that, what if Disney wanted to own the the whole brand? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think they'll make a move that bold this early.
You don't think so?
I don't think so, but like you said, who knows? But that he definitely to me will be tripping if he saw WWE just on what he got the potential of the XFL doing, or just after one season he think they did. So yeah, I think he tripping if he do that.
All right. Up next we have Idiot of the Week.
Idiot of the week, like I said, Gamboa your shoes. I mean, the whole boxing match, man. Like, I don't know what was up with Tank, Gervonta Davis. I don't know what was up with him, man. He took a couple rounds off, it seemed like. It looked like he wasn't in shape that good. I know he went up to fight in that fight, you know what I'm saying? Gamboa is a 38-year-old fighter. I'm still waiting to hear about his injury that allegedly he had an Achilles injury. I don't know if it was torn, sprained, or whatever. But if y'all don't know, his shoe supposedly blew out like Zion Williamson's shoe did. And he was basically fighting on one foot for like a round or two. They had to tape his shoe at the bottom. I've never seen that in boxing. Boxing shoes are, your feet are essential in any sport. So with boxing shoes, it ain't the same as, basketball or football or something like that, where you just get shoes at the last minute and then work. Like, you usually spar and train in them shoes. So I don't know if he just overdid it, did the Rocky thing when he was in Russia and ran in them 10 miles in the snow or something like that. I don't know why they blew out the way they did in the second round of the fight. But yeah, he tripping and Tank, stop playing, man. The dude could have got you, man. He almost slept you a couple times. So shout out to Gervonta Davis for winning the fight in the 12th round in the TKO. The left hand was lethal. But yeah, that's my idiot of the week is them shoes, man.
Remember earlier I talked about Floyd fighting a boxer undefeated, possibly. It was Terrence Crawford.
Oh, T. Crawford? They in the same weight class?
I believe so.
Okay, so he gonna fight Bud next. Bud to get him, man. Man, I didn't think they was in the same weight class. That's why I didn't think about it.
Yeah, because they have Terrence as a welterweight. And
yeah.
I think Floyd is the same.
Yeah.
So not saying it's concrete, but they were saying though the whole what if thing. So.
Yeah, Bud a hitter, man. So that's what'll be dangerous. I think Floyd a better boxer, but that's the type of style that can get him though. Mm-hmm. So I'll definitely watch that one. But I just think Floyd Mayweather was like 42 now.
He up there.
Yeah, man. He been out of boxing for the last couple of years. Your last fight wasn't a real fight, brother. So you've been out for a minute.
So my idiot of the week and probably idiot of the decade is or definitely year.
Yeah.
This past year, 2019, is Antonio Brown. As you know, he had a practice with the New Orleans Saints.
I know, man.
They said he held it down. He was doing good the whole nine. And in which the Saints really couldn't sign him for real because of he's still being investigated for stuff, outside.
We don't need him
outside the field. So apparently they signed another cat that was basically working out with
Antonio
AB
Brown
at the same damn time.
They did a Kaepernick on him.
And ended up signing him instead.
They did a Kaepernick.
So now Antonio Brown talking about, this was a big old publicity stunt.
Duh.
Come on, man.
You a clown.
You a stunt.
Right. You a publicity stunt. Exactly. Bro, nobody same like, even though you can't put him in the same category as Kaepernick, but it's like it's a sideshow at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I said, I believe in what Cap stood for. I give him all the credit in the world for it. Don't get it twisted. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But at this point, at this stage of the game, it's like you making yourself look thirsty by trying to come back in the league as far as Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? You done made your statement. You done punished them. You done got what you needed. You shouldn't get them to even entertainment into thinking that you want to come back. With Antonio Brown, he just got to chill out for at least a year, like nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you not finna just jump right back in, man.
I don't think he knows how to chill.
Yeah, that's the problem.
All right, up next, we have What If.
What if? Okay, so I'm going to just go with what you said on the last segment. What if Floyd Mayweather fights Terrence Crawford? Does that hurt or help his career? Win, lose, or draw?
Oh, Terrence
Floyd Mayweather.
I don't.
I know what it's going to do for T. Crawford.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's going to put him on the map.
If Floyd loses,
if he's 50-1,
I mean,
is he still top dog?
First thing they ain't gonna say is because he's older.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if it was.
But that's 20 years now. Nobody gonna say how old he was in that fight.
Yeah.
When you go down as 50-1, because really, in my opinion, the real reason why Floyd Mayweather is regarded as the top boxer is strictly because of his record. It ain't his fighting style, it ain't his opponents, nothing. Mm-hmm. When you talk about great fighters, he like far down in the list as far as that. You got Ali, Tyson, even guys like Deontay Wilder will be probably mentioned ahead of Floyd Mayweather if he take that one loss.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's I think he shouldn't take it. I know he's a money guy, so if the figures come out right and he get the purse where it's like 70-30, 60-40, he gonna take it. It's like, man, you're gonna lose a lot more if you lose that fight.
That's why I feel like he'll go ahead and take it and he'll still win. It may not be. It may not be the style.
It's definitely not gonna be the
that
style.
people will like.
No, you gonna be sleep.
Because he gonna take away Crawford's ability to land punches.
Oh yeah,
And when you do that, how can you hit him?
yeah. He gonna shoulder roll you all fight.
Exactly. So that's your what if. Mine is I had two. Let's say Tua did go to the league. What if he ended up with the Patriots?
Wow, that might be a good fit for him. But if he goes to the Patriots, I'm gonna hate Tua. I'm gonna hate him. First of all, I'm gonna hate him if he goes to the league. Period. Because no decision, we don't play that, man. Like this ain't the type of team you want to do that to.
This
man.
ain't it.
This ain't it, bro. You don't want this kind of smoke, man. So if he leave, we done with. Like I said, you can't pet no elephants. You can't rock no Crimson Tide. You can't even wear the Alabama A no more. If you gonna put us on the national stage like that and make your decision to leave, it's a no-win situation for him.
All right. And my next one I have for what if is, what if LeBron James actually shot 85% from the free throw line?
Wow, unstoppable. It wouldn't be nothing you could do with him.
And it's crazy because there's been a lot of games, postseason, regular season, that really could have helped them, propel them to a certain, height.
Right.
If he would have made free throws.
And it would make him more aggressive in the fourth quarter.
It would be a game changer for him.
It would.
Not saying he needed it more. He needed more, but it just would have. Maybe his final record wouldn't be what it is now.
Yeah, to me, that's almost like saying if Shaq shot 65%. It's like, dude, there's nothing y'all can do with this cat if he make more than half his free throws. So yeah, LeBron to me, man, I think that's the only hole in his game at this stage is the free throw shooting.
And probably it gets worse.
Yeah, man, like that's the thing. Like you a vet, like you supposed to at least be money, if nothing else. Like you ain't gotta do all this athletic. Like you still dunking on cats and all. That's cool. We like to see it, but come on, man, we need you down the stretch to be the rock.
Yeah.
And you got guys like Dwight Howard, horrible free throw shooter. Avery, suspect free throw shooter. We got a lot of question marks as far as like down the stretch. Even AD really ain't clutch like that. He a great player, but his fourth quarter number's not that good. So that's the scary part. Even though they the number one team right now, you looking at the playoffs, and that's why, like I said, you look at the Clippers and you like, well, they middle of the pack. Yeah, but when it's time to show up, they show you what they about. And the reason why they middle of the pack is because who don't want to play every game. And then you got Pat Beverly got an injury right now, and a couple other cats. So if LeBron shot better free throws, I think it's over for the league, flat out.
Yeah. All right. So now we are getting into our last segment, which this has really been a great addition to our show.
It has. I like it.
And that is the final say. So B Baker, the floor is yours.
Going into our previous segment about LeBron's free throw shooting, I just want to let y'all know that any sport that you pursuing right now, you are the product of what hard work you put in before the season or whatever you about to do. So the best advice I got as a young player was what you do in the dark will be provided for you when the lights are on. So all them times you going to the gym, putting up shots, working out, lifting weights, running, watching game film, the one-on-ones, the two-a-days, all that stuff that you're doing, keep it up, man, because you never know when that stuff is going to come in handy. And also it's giving you confidence every time that you do it. All them days that you go into, your workouts and you just really ain't feel like doing it. All them days you got to wake up early in the morning at 5 o'clock, to get started before school and all that stuff like that. So I just encourage all athletes to, it's always 90% mental. So you got to outwork your opponent. And you got to think like Karl Malone said, I know every time that I'm not working out that they are. And you got to have that mindset, to where, the one day I sit out and decide, I don't want to work out today, then your opponent got the advantage on you. You know, the one day you don't decide to put up 1,000 shots in the gym, your opponent just put up 1,000 shots or 2,000 shots. You know, we talked about boxing, the regiment that they got to go through. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, man, I just want to encourage y'all to just know that nothing is promised, no matter how much talent you got. It's the hard work that you put in when nobody's paying attention that's going to get you over the top. So that's my final say for this segment right here.
There it is. And for mine, I am going local. I know that over the past few years now, especially with Jason Tatum doing his thing, shouts out to him. Once again to Bradley Bills, to the Patrick McCalls, and a slew of Max Scherzer in baseball, Ben McLemore. There's been a big spike in a lot of local guys from the Lou holding things down and doing big things in the league. But I feel like some people forget about Randy Orton. Now, yes, he was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, but when he's in any for any wrestling event, every time you hear Randy Orton, you hear from St. Louis, Missouri. He went to Hazelwood, I think it was Hazelwood East in high school, and he represents St. Louis. And he made his debut in wrestling April 25th, 2002. So he's been in the game for 18 years. And I don't think he get the credit that he deserves in regards to representing St. Louis like he does.
Yep.
No, because like I see, baseball this is a different thing, in regards to wrestling, and same thing with basketball and football. But needs to be more love given out to Randy Orton because he's been a staple. He's one of the most famous wrestlers. He's won over 10. I believe he is a 10-time champion right now, or a 12-time, 1 or 2, excuse me. But he's been there in the game for a long time and still going on strong. He still is in big storylines with wrestling, but I don't think he gets enough credit that he deserves. So for those from the Lou who's watching right now, appreciate what this man has been doing. He has a couple movies out. May not have been the greatest movies, but like I said, he's out there doing his thing. Matter of fact, I'm looking at Condemned 2. He was on there. Long Shot. He was on that movie. So, like I said, I think he needs to get more appreciation for what he's done for St. Louis. When it comes to the Lou, for Raw or SmackDown, even a pay-per-view, when I go to the shows live there, he always gets the biggest pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And whether he's a heel or he's a face, he still shows St. Louis love. Ain't no, this town sucks. No, this is my town.
Right.
Yeah. So, shouts out to you, Randy Orton, and I think more appreciation needs to be sent his way in regards to what he does.
I agree.
So, that was the final say, and that was our show. Check us out next week, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And the news I want to give y'all is, once again, this is going to be really big for us. I confirmed everything with him this past weekend. He said it's good to go. But St. Louis Post-Dispatch sports columnist Ben Hockman will be on our show. We'll begin promoting starting tomorrow, so we can get everyone to check him out. He is a prominent figure here in St. Louis. He does a lot of reporting for, once again, Post-Dispatch, the Cardinals, Blues.
Yeah, that's our newspaper in St. Louis for those of y'all that's outside the city and don't know.
Right. So I look forward to this. We want this to really be a great show, or continue to have us have a great show, should I say. But we want this next show to be even more special.
Crazy.
Welcome them in to the getaway and discuss a lot of local sports in the Lou. And then we'll get into our normal topics as well in regards to national sports as well.
Yeah.
So look forward to it. Hopefully, Stan will be back next week. He should be, unless, God forbid.
Running the city, baby.
But, we'll see what's happening. But it's been a great show.
Yes, sir.
Once again, Ben Hockman will be joining us next week. It's going to be nice and in-depth. Get your notepads ready. Take some notes on this interview, whatever. We're going to have a good time, man.
Yes, sir. I can't wait to meet him, man.
Once again, shouts out to Tono for the new logo.
Yes, Tono.
Doing big things, man. And big things in store 2020. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Sir.
I am your boy, Smooth.
I'm B. Baker.
When it's about sports.
It becomes our business.
And business. Just picked up in 2020. Stay smooth, my friends. We out.
See y'all.